Hello, everyone. Welcome back once again to our daily podcast talk show. This is Teacher Stephen and Teacher Julia. Today, let's talk about the future perfect simple. Julia, people hear future perfect simple and probably imagine some wild grammar they'll never use. But honestly, it pops up more than folks realize. Have you noticed how many times people kind of fumble when trying to talk about something that will be finished in the future?
Yes, all the time, Stephen. Especially when they try to talk about what they'll have achieved by a certain point, like, by next year, I will have learned Spanish. It's like their brain wants to jump ahead, but the grammar just trips them up.
Totally. That will have plus the past participle formula seems simple on paper, will have finished, will have done, but in conversation, it's a mouthful. We'll definitely make it less scary today.
And honestly, once you see it in action, it just clicks. There's this little satisfaction in being able to say, I will have completed the project before Friday. Makes you sound organized and in control.
Speaking of sounding organized, why do you think people reach for the future perfect simple besides impressing their English teachers?
I think it's all about showing something will be done before a specific time in the future. Like, by the time you arrive, I'll have cooked dinner. You're painting a timeline with words.
Yeah, it's such a neat way to emphasize completion. My students always confuse it with simple future or present perfect though. Like, I will finished versus I will have finished.
Oh, I get those questions too. The future perfect is all about what's already wrapped up at a certain future point, not just something that will happen eventually. It's a subtle but important difference.
Now, the million-dollar question, how do we put together a sentence in the future perfect simple without tying our tongues in a knot?
Start with the subject, add will have, then tack on the past participle. So, she will have finished her book, or they will have left by noon. Once you get that rhythm, it's not so intimidating.
And negatives are easy too, right? Just squeeze in not, like I will not have eaten breakfast before my meeting.
Exactly. Plus, you can throw in time expressions to clarify by before by the time. It's like setting a deadline for your action. You can picture the moment things are done.
That actually reminds me, Julia, what's the classic mistake you see with the future perfect simple? I know I have a few favorites.
Oh, my number one is when students use the wrong tense. They'll say, I will finish my homework by 8, when they really mean, I will have finished my homework by 8. That missing have changes the whole meaning.
Right? And the past participle mix-ups like will have went instead of will have gone. It's like grammar déjà vu from past simple mistakes sneaking into the future.
Yes, and sometimes people forget the time reference, so we don't know when the action is supposed to be completed. I will have cleaned okay, but by when? It leaves us hanging.
Funny you mention being left hanging. I always tell students the best way to lock this tense in is to use it with your own plans. Like, think ahead. By next summer, I will have visited 3 countries.
That's actually how I practiced. I'd write out all sorts of goals. By the end of this month, I'll have read 5 books. Suddenly, the tense feels personal, not just something from a textbook.
It really does. And once you start, it's hard to stop. Suddenly, you're predicting completed actions left and right. I mean, who doesn't want to sound like they have their future all mapped out?
Exactly. And if you get a little stuck, just remember will have plus, that trusty past participle, and a time by which you're picturing the action done. It's like grammar, fortune-telling.
Before we wrap up, let's give folks a quick recap. If you want to master the future perfect simple, what should you focus on first?
Get comfortable with the structure will have plus the past participle. Then, slot in those time markers, like by or before. And practice saying your own goals or predictions out loud. It really helps.
Couldn't agree more. And don't be afraid to mess up. A little trial and error is the fastest way to learn. Plus, it's kind of fun making future predictions, even if they're wild.
Totally. You never know, by this time next month, you might have mastered the future perfect simple already.